welcome to today's video, and we're doing our first ever reading challenge. I haven't seen other booktubers do this challenge. I am guessing that it is somewhere. I do not believe that me or Jake came up with this on our own. I'm sure that there is someone out there who's come up with it first. However, we've taken a spin on it and did our own little list and our own little things to this specific challenge. So the challenge that we're going to be doing is called Shelf Control Fund, or when you can't stop buying books. We have been buying books so much this year and it's kind of wrecking the bank a little bit. So what we've ended up doing is we don't want to go on a full book ban, and we obviously don't want to keep buying so many books. So what we've done is we've created this little challenge. Every single book that we read has a specific price. This little jar right here is where we're going to be putting our money in every single time we finish a specific book. So every single time that we complete a book with a specific amount of pages, then we put in the cash into the jar. This jar is for me, and there's an identical one specifically for Jake because he's also doing the challenge as well. He also reads books. It's a great time. We have two different types of book pricing. One of them is pages, where the other one is series. So I'll explain that right now. The pages is that, for example, 1 to 399 pages, that is going to equal a specific price. Then 400 pages to 799 pages, that's going to be a different price. So for example, if I read a book that was 329 pages long, that would be, for example, $2. Then I will put the $2 into this jar. However, if it was, for example, 709 pages, then I would put in $5 into the jar. So it depends on your pricing guide. We have a list that goes up to over 1K pages because there is some books that, for example, Jake reads and I read, that is going to be over 1,000 pages long. So it increases the pricing because of how long it would take to complete that book. What is the lowest pages, for example, below 400 pages, is going to be completely different pricing to over 1,000 pages. For this series, it's a little bit different. So do the specific pages for each book within the series. However, the last book in the series doesn't go by the page pricing. It goes by the completion of the series pricing. This challenge also does not include any rereads, and the series completion must be fully completed series. It cannot have any additional books or potential additional books. For example, Akata series, there is going to be another book. So if you finish A Court of Silver Flames, you still have to go by the page pricing rather than the completion series pricing because that series is not completed. If it's ongoing, it is not a completed series and you still have to go by the pages category. I will read out the pricing guide for what me and Jake are going to be following. For the pages category is 1 to 399 pages. It is $5 per book completed. 400 to 749 pages, $10 per book completed. 750 to 999 pages, $15 per book completed. And 1,000 plus pages, $20 per book completed. Then for the series category, 2 to 4 book series that is completed is $25. 5 to 9 book series completed is $30. 10 to 14 book series completed, $35, and 15 plus book series completed, $40. I'll quickly give some examples to how we're going to be doing it. So, for example, the Love Hypothesis is a single, which means it's not in a series, it is on its own, which means it only follows the pages section, which means when I had completed this book, I would put in $5 because it is below 399 pages. However, because I completed A Court of Silver Flames, which is part of the Akata series, which is still ongoing, this also is part of the pages completed section. So this book was roughly around 750 pages, which means this book is $10 that I would put into the jar. However, this book, when I completed it, would have been $5 or so because it's in the 1 to 399 pages book completed. This one would have also been $5 because it's also part of the 1 to 399 pages completed. However, the last book, which I'll put up right here, this is the completed book of the trilogy, which means it would be $20 because it is between 2 and 4 book series, and it is the last book of a completed series. Number 1, number 2, and then number 3. So the goal for this week is to try to read as many books to get to $40 because I really want to get the Love Hypothesis special edition, and it costs roughly around 40 Australian dollars to get that book. So that is currently my next goal. Am I going to get there in a week? I really do not know, but I'm going to give it a go. It's the 1st of October. It is spooky month, and I have told myself I will only be reading spooky types of books, whether it's thriller, dark romance, grim dark fantasy, horror, supernatural, paranormal, anything that has to do with the spooky vibe is the only thing that I will be reading in the whole entire October. I'm going to start on the first book, which is going to be Dracula. It is part of my October TBR. This book has 433 pages. I was going to say 493. No, 433 pages of this specific edition. And that means if I complete this book within the next couple of days, it will be a $10 book. Before I start reading, how gorgeous is this hardcover? It is so pretty. Like, how pretty is this covering? And just inside. And I'm going to stop yapping and I'm going to start reading. This book was first published in 1897. That's crazy. I didn't know it was that long ago. Wow. Hello. It is October 2nd. We're not doing the best already with this challenge, but we still got hope. We still have hope. We still have 6 days. We still have 6 days, including today, even though today is nearly ended. I only ended up getting through 1 chapter of Dracula. It wasn't what I was expecting in terms of how it's written. I wasn't expecting it to be written the way it is. I was expecting it more to be like Shakespearean or more historical in that aspect. Like, for example, historical romances, like similar to Bridgerton type of vibe. So I got through 15 pages. It's pretty good so far. I have a lot to go through. I don't feel like reading it right now. Probably read some of this later tonight when Z goes down to sleep. And while I am cleaning, I'm going to keep reading The Housemaid. I'm about halfway through. It's a thriller book. It was one of my September TBR goals. However, I obviously did not finish it because I'm still reading it in October. Good morning. It's too early. We have yet again another very early wake up. It is 3 a.m. right now. And I have been up already for like 2 hours and I can't sleep. So I am gonna do some reading. Anyway, before I do some reading, I want to do a quick update. It's currently Saturday morning and we finished 1 book. We finished off The Housemaid. I am gonna give it a 4.5 stars. I didn't give it a 5-star because for first half of the book I was confused. Which makes sense because it was a big build up. It was a great book though. I was not expecting what happened to happen. I was not expecting the reasoning to happen. It caught me off guard. It was perfect in terms of executing that suspense, or not really even really suspense. It was like a really good build up, and it's actually made me really eager to read the other books, because I just I don't know how there is like 3 or 4 books in this series with just how things were wrapped up in this book. I'm really curious to see how the other books are, but I think this is fantastic. I do feel like it could have used a little bit more oomph in the beginning. Anyway, because we finished a book, and yes, technically I did start this in September, but it's still a completed book. So I am going to add that into my jar because it is still a completed book in October, and that is the goal, to read books that I haven't read before. So I am going to do that now. Open this beautiful jar, and we're going to add in a $5 AUD into the beautiful jar. And now we've got $5. I don't know how well I'm gonna go now because Zeke has gotten sick again. He had 1 week off from the previous sickness, and I still haven't fully gotten better, and I think Jake's getting sick again. Great times right now. However, I haven't really read too much more of Dracula. It's slow, but it's starting to pick up a bit in terms of the whole like Dracula vibe. I wasn't expecting the reveal so early. I don't know, like there's so much left that I just don't. Like, I assume there's going to be like something to do with the villagers going after Dracula, but like I have no idea like where the scariness comes from. I don't know, like I feel like there's a lot more to it. I don't know. I want to know what's gonna happen. That's great. Like that's a really good thing now, because in the beginning I was like, okay, you know, build up, great. Background, love it. I'll see how I go. I'm gonna do some editing this morning, and then I'll try to read some more Dracula. If not, I could potentially read some Leather and Lure. I could read a smaller book. I have a book that's like 180-ish pages by R.L. Stine. It's one of the books I've actually wanted to read. But yeah, I will do some reading and catch up with you later. So it's been a little bit. I think it's been like over a day or two. We've got cold again. I don't know what is happening, but it's just really bad luck when it's coming to colds and sicknesses. But little man is the one who's copying it, unfortunately. Poor thing hasn't really been able to sleep. Also, if you are hearing snoring, it is my beautiful little Cammy. Look at the pretty girl, just chillaxing. Anyway, I started on a new book this morning. I think I read 1 chapter from that, which is The Woman in Black. I am a little bored with that one, so I had to stop it. I have been seeing on my For You page everywhere about this scene in a new movie called Dracula. I think I was only like 2 chapters in, and now I'm like really getting into the Dracula because I really want to watch it. Now, because of that scene, I've been seeing it everywhere. It's just constant on my Instagram, and I really want to watch that movie now, but I'm not going to watch it yet because it's Dracula and I'm reading it. So I want to finish the book first before I watch the movie. And since seeing the scene, you know what I'm talking about, the scene, I just want to watch it so badly, which means I want to read this really bad now. So I have gotten to page 78. Going into this book, the only thing I know about this book really is the fact that it's vampire Dracula, and that it's a classic book. That is literally it. I don't know anything else about this book. So when I saw this scene, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I didn't know that there was romance in this book. Like I just thought it was like horror version of a vampire story, and I feel like there is so much depth in here. Like I haven't even gotten into most of it. Like we're still really early in the book. Is it just me, or am I just feeling that Dracula is super lonely? I know that there is like
some other characters and stuff like that. But like the way that the solicitor has been describing what's happening, it makes me really feel bad for Dracula. Like, I feel very sad for him for some reason. Like, is it supposed to be the fact that because he's like he seems very intelligible. I understand that he's a vampire and, you know, he needs to suck blood to survive or whatever, but it honestly doesn't seem like he's a bad person creature. It just seems like he's very lonely. And I was thinking of this before I started seeing all these videos, so like now I'm kind of thinking about it. I'm like, is he lonely because of that? So now I'm very intrigued and I really want to keep reading, and I wish I could read it faster, but I'm having a lot of trouble focusing right now. I'm gonna do some more reading. Interestingly, now that like I'm reading again, I've noticed that there is a lot of different POVs, and I don't know why, and I don't know how they're going to be relevant. It is very strange why they're included. I'm intrigued about what's going on. Good evening. It is Wednesday. It's been a couple days now. I'm a bit worried we're not gonna make it, but we're gonna still try our hardest. I have added a couple more days because on Saturday we are gonna go to the shops, and I am hoping, fingers crossed, that we will have the money in our shelf control fund jar. I have read a book today, so I read The Woman in Black. I did probably half of it on audiobook. I highly recommend the audiobook. It was a unabridged version, so there was like acting and like sounds, and it was pretty good. I gave it a 3.25 stars. Pretty good storyline, pretty quick book to get through. What we'll do is we'll put $5 in our jar because this is like a 200-page book. It is a 200-page book, so let us get our jar and add another $5 to that. So we got $10 now. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Okay, we're not gonna panic. We're gonna do our best to get to a halfway or a little bit over halfway to by tomorrow night, and then on Friday we'll try and finish it. Fingers crossed. We'll see. I would absolutely love to go on my couch and keep reading Dracula, but unfortunately I was doing laundry and I haven't folded the clothes and they're all on the couch. Am I gonna do it today? No. Am I avoiding my responsibilities? Yes. Do I care? Not right now. It's a problem for future Sam. Right now, present Sam is tired and is gonna relax with a nice book. So let's do that. Hello everybody, it is Saturday. Did we get more money? No. So we've got $10. So we have $10 in the jar. So is that enough to buy a book at a bookshop? Probably not. However, we're gonna do a little challenge in the challenge. We're gonna go to an op shop and see if there's anything that I can get with $10. Hopefully there's something interesting. Hopefully that there is something that I would want to read there. But yeah, it has been a really hard week. Having a cold for over a month has been really debilitating for the entire family. Snack break. Yeah. I need a big piece. It's not coming. Anyway, it has been really difficult to do anything because of having this cold. All of us have the cold. And I'm pretty sure I've like done something to like my rib area here. I think I might have fractured my rib again, which I've done a long time ago. It's the same pain and it like hurts to breathe, or I might have just pulled a muscle or something from all the coughing that I've been doing. Quite difficult, but we got $10 in a week, or just a little over a week, let's be real here. Anywho, we're gonna go to the op shop and let's see if we can find something there. We are back from the op shop. I found 2 books that seemed pretty good. So I'll show you now. So I first found this one. I was getting really scared because we were going through all the books and I was like, I'm not finding anything that looks interesting. And I saw this one and I was like, ooh, that looks really interesting. I'll be real here, I don't really know much about it. I just got it because it looks pretty. Ooh, that's pretty good condition as well for $4. That's pretty good. Apparently the book is about a concubine, I believe in China Dynasty. I like reading historical fiction. I do really enjoy reading outside of my comfort. It's really good to expand your knowledge on different cultures and different history, which I really love history, so this is going to be a really good book, I'm hoping. But this was the first book that I saw. Once I found that book, I was like, ah, great, I found one. And then just as we were going to leave the book section, I found this book and it's in really good condition. I was shocked, actually. I was completely shocked. I have been meaning to read these series. I don't have Heartbreaker yet, but it's such good condition for $3. It's only $3. Like, I saw that, I was like, oh, what a steal. So these are the 2 books that we got. This one was $4 and this one was $3. And that's crazy. We got 2 books for $10. Pretty good, honestly. I really need to stop, you know, like with the whole, I'm gonna be doing so much and then I never do it. Keep forgetting I'm really busy at the moment. But one day I'm going to complete an actual challenge that I've set for myself. I need to stop overestimating what I can do at this current time. But it's okay, it's fine. We'll get there. However, now from the $10 budget, we've only got $3 left, which, you know, as we accumulate, we might be able to get the actual book that I really wanted. But I think I'm gonna leave that video here. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next video. Happy reading, everyone. Bye.